Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It's Wednesday, September 11th, and it's 3:05 in the a.m. I'm going to give you a hood greeting this morning. What it do? Was good, though. Yeah, that part. I just wanted to share with you some events that took place yesterday, and I'm not going to get into any great detail. I just want to say accountability is a beautiful thing. You know, I just wonder about the mindset that deflects in a constant state of, like that Heisman Trophy pose. You're just, blocking all the time, stiff arming things. When you know good and doggone well that you were involved in something that caused somebody to address you in the first place. And then, when you are addressed, you're upset with the person for being upset. That is called manipulation, folks. When you get upset about the response that you elicited, and then you blame the person for having such a response, you wouldn't want it done to you. And more often than not, the person that you're upset with, you have done something to them consistently. And then you're going to tell them how to respond. I think you're being oversensitive. I think you're being overdramatic. I was only kidding. And those are all phrases of gaslighting and manipulation. And those are statements of, I am so insecure that I can't address my own faults and frailties. You heard me yesterday talk about we need to learn to speak from our brokenness in order to effectively heal. Most of us are covered with bandages, and we're festering because we never, as the old folks say, we never let that wound air out. Because we're insecure. We don't know where we stand with anybody. So we do things to cause pain. And then we cover it up and fester. I want you to think about your positioning and your accountability. And I want you to put on your best church mother voice or grandmother voice. And this is a quote from my grandma. So I want you to repeat it in your best church lady voice, church mother voice, or your best, old saint voice. If you're ashamed of it, you don't need to do it, and you don't need to be it. The same way you acted out, and where you acted out should be the same way you work it out and where you work it out. See, I want to share how I was raised. This is old school, parenting 101 old school. If I acted up in a store, I'm going to use good old TJ, that's Trader Joe's for y'all, as an example. Now, one of the worst inventions, I know what the intention was, but one of the worst inventions is that little itty bitty shopping cart in Trader Joe's, that kid-sized shopping cart. Because the kid thinks they can go now and just grab stuff and put it in that cart. And they've seen the process in the store. I've seen many a mother, all bent down, in that crouched position, having to negotiate, with a tiny terrorist as to why they can't purchase what is in their cart. And, the kid's falling out, having a hissy fit. See, old school parenting, where you act out is where it gets worked out. So, what we learn is, if I'm falling out and embarrassing my parent in a store, which would be my mother, she's going to take her power back in that situation in this store. She's going to take her authority back in the store. And see, what we fail to understand is God is like any parent. Oh, I'm going to act up on the under. I'm going to sneak. And then, as I get deeper into whatever mess I'm in, I'm going to be more open and public with it and dare anybody to say anything. Most people won't, because we like to tell ourselves, oh, that's none of my business. As you watch a friend or a loved one continue to improve the road to hell, and hell is a very real place, okay? But we watch friends and loved ones, hey, I'm going to put down a cobblestone. Oh, no, that's a little too bumpy. Let me put some asphalt down. No, that's still a little bit shaky, it cracks it. Let me just move this out, and let me make an Autobahn to hell. Autobahn is that roadway in Germany where you can go as fast as you want. There's really no traffic rules. It's just like, just don't get killed. Bottom line. We have the Autobahn to hell because there's no accountability. What is your standard of measures? Is it the world standard? Because you can't have God in the world. Those two things are just opposed. You can have God in the world, but not the God of the world. See, I can show Christ in my everyday walk, but I can't look to the world for my values of Christ. And today's Christian identity is prime example of why you can't look to the world for your value and standard of Christ, because everybody has a different opinion. What's the word say? Who are you bouncing your interpretation of the word off of? See, because we got a bunch of different theologies. The schools of thought. And for some reason, the majority of thought is on branding and mega this and mega that. Oh yeah, we'll do a little Christian work off to the side. But if you look and you feel around, you get to the, like I said, the underneath, the underbelly, you'll see that a lot of people are, I want to say, subscribing to the Levite kind of aspects of ministry. My family, my lineage. We all run this. What are the qualifications and what's the standard of measure? If I walk in your spot, can I see the books? Can I see the weights and measures? And then we have this idol worship. I belong to such and such ministry. Oh, that's a name brand. Here's the ultimate name brand. And I defile the name by even saying it's a brand, because it's above anything and everything. God. Amen. What is your standard of measure? What are you doing? And how are you doing it?